Well, everyone in Bengaluru is rejoicing. Match may not be over, but this is the perfect start that they could have asked for. Mumbai giving it everything, looking like the Mumbai of old, and certainly starting to do them a favor. 55 for 4 at the end of 10 overs is nowhere close to where Delhi wanted to be. Big impact up front. Prithvi Shaw was good while it lasted. David Warner went early, and Safraz Khan after that early six of Jasprit Bumrah also perishing. Wickets to Bumrah, Markande, and the early one to Daniel Sams. Here on Cricbuzz Comm Box, I'm joined by Joy Bhattacharjya. We talked about in the pre-show, Joy, all that firepower. On paper, it looks fantastic, but cricket's not played on paper. We'll have to keep reminding ourselves.
Absolutely. I think there were 2-3 factors out there. One was, I think, just giving Bumrah 2 overs up front. And I was just looking at the stats. In all the 3 matches that they've won so far, Bumrah has bowled 2 in the first 6. I think saving him for the later, saying that, okay, he's an attacking bowler, to use him as a defensive option in the 20th over and 18th overs, perhaps not the best way to use him. I think now they're using him well. They're getting 2 overs in and seeing what he can do. This, and maybe the pitch has also got a little fresh because of the little bit of rain. All the bowlers have looked really good in it. I mean, I was really impressed by Hrithik Roshan as well, the kind of bounce he was getting. But Bumrah was outstanding. This is a very disciplined bowling effort. Delhi are going to struggle.
They certainly are. And, you talk about peaking at the right time. They've gone the opposite way. 55 for 4 is the lowest 10-over mark score in the entire season for them. And if anything, this is the one you want to stand up and have a big 70, 80, 90.
Yeah, I mean, they just couldn't get going. And I think wickets regularly, especially I remember the wicket that Prithvi Shaw was looking really set. But the ball that got him from Bumrah was the brute of a ball. It just threatened to take his head off. He got his head out of the way. It's a kind of ball when you get out, you're glad that you've got out and you don't have to face another one of those again. And I think that's where Mumbai is, probably looking there and saying, we played Bumrah like a defensive bowler. We caught him in to slow down runs instead of doing what he does so well up front, especially on pitches like, this. The other interesting story is Mayank Markande, because if you remember about 4 seasons back, Mayank Markande was a gun leg spinner for Mumbai. And then Rahul Chahar comes and takes his place, and Mayank Markande goes away into the, I think he played for Rajasthan. He was there in the squad, didn't play too much. Now he's come back, and I thought he was bowling really well.
Yeah, so plus points all around for Mumbai. But with what you said about the pitch maybe freshening up a bit, but Mumbai still remains a good chasing ground. Is there maybe a revision of the score? Is there even a hope for Delhi to think, okay, maybe this is not the 180, 190 we thought of? How many can we get to, or should we get to even make a match of this? Because this could be the last match of the season.
Yeah, look, I think they'll probably think that if they get to 150, 160, it'll be good. My point is that 150, 160 should not be good enough, not on a pitch like this. It's looking like there is bounce. Definitely there is bounce. There is a certain amount of movement, there's a certain amount of bounce, but it's a very true pitch. And I think batsmen like the Mumbai batsmen, I mean, they know this pitch. They know this very well. People like Rohit have grown up playing on this pitch. So I can't see 150, 155 being a score that will really limit them.
Well, Delhi will turn around and say that even a Safraz has grown up. Well, he's not quite grown up yet, but he's grown up for what it's worth on this pitch and in neighboring areas. But he didn't last long after that big 6. What do they have left in the tank? Rovman Powell, is this a time for him to stand up? In the preview, we said Rishabh Pant has not played a match-winning innings. What an opportunity, Joy, for him to get a 70 not out and be man of the match if they were to win.
Absolutely. 44 is his highest score. It's something he'd be pretty unhappy about himself. And he's got a little bit of support. Even if Robman goes, there's Shardul who can hold a bat. There's Axar Patel who's a decent batsman. So it's not that he will not have company. After all, there's just 10 overs to go. I think we need a vintage Rishabh Pant innings to make this interesting. That's what everyone in Delhi will be hoping for.
Everyone in Delhi will be, but there's 2 other cities who have ganged up on them. It's not always nice to gang up, but yeah, they are ganging up on them. Mumbai, Bangalore, 2 big cities are all up against the North Indian city of Delhi. It's going to be a big battle for the moment. It's advantage Mumbai, and Virat Kohli and company sitting in their hotel rooms wondering, we've opened the door, keep it open. We'll see you at the end of the innings.